Hi, this is Toby from LITH-TECH Mobility. So today is an updated Smart Chair 2 video. So we have done an original Smart Chair 2 video, but we've actually had a few upgrades which we got over the summer of 2021. So I'm just going to redo the demo video and explain what these upgrades are and just run through this chair again. So this could even be dubbed the kind of budget Smart Chair X, as it does share a lot of the same components as the X. It's a very, very capable chair. It's one of our entry-level models just because some of the other components are a little bit less expensive. But in regards to the way it handles and the comfort of the ride, it's an incredibly good chair. So to unfold the chair, we just put the foot plate out. So if you think of this chair, this bit as one separate part, and the rest of this chair as the heavy part. So you always want to use gravity in your favour. So you're going to lean it forward and you're going to push away to unfold. To lock the chair, all you do is simply pop that catch forward and clamp it down. Now your chair's in a safe position, ready to move. So the reverse process is unlock. Now what we're going to do is we're going to position our left foot in line with that wheel. If it's the other way around, it'd be the right foot. So we're basically standing to the side of the chair. We're going to tilt the chair back. Once we've got the weight and the gravity back, we're then going to flip our hand that way around and we're going to bring our hands together. So one way is pushing it out, the other way is bringing back in. Alternatively, what you can do is you can fling the chair out and just let gravity do its thing. Okay, so I'm going to run through the components now. So at the back of this chair, we've got two 200-watt brush motors. So these are incredibly good in electric mode, but when you put these motors into freewheel mode, you can roll it and you can use it like a walker or a stroller, but bear in mind there is a lot of resistance. So if you're someone that needs to use, say, ramps to get the chair into the boot of your car, and you want to push it up in freewheel mode, then it's not going to be the best chair. Or if you want to use it like a stroller or a walker and get your exercise and then use it in electric mode, might not be the best chair. If you, however, say live in a ground floor flat and will literally be using it in electric mode to go out to the shops, come back, or you've got a partner that can lift it in and out of the car, it's an excellent choice. Bear in mind that you can still use the ramps in electric mode, and what you'd do is you'd have these motor toggles in electric mode, and what I'm doing here, and I'll show you from underneath because it might be a bit easier actually. So here's your motors. You'll see one little tab says electric mode, and that's pushing forward. One says hand mode. If you're in hand mode, basically what that means is it allows these motors to run free, so freewheel mode, and can be pushed around in a folded position, can be towed like a suitcase, or when it was unfolded. However, when you push these little motor toggles forward, this now turns it into electric mode, or even handbrake mode. So this means the chair won't move at all, it's completely stationary. So at the back we've got 12.5-inch solid tyres. They're incredibly comfortable, they're incredibly grippy, and there's a lot of give in them. So although there is suspension on the front and on the rear of this chair, suspension is kind of a gimmick, to be honest, in electric folding wheelchairs. You haven't got big shock absorbers, you've got little springs. There's only so much travel that these springs can do. Where you get the main cushioning and shock absorber from these chairs is the quality of the tyres. So these are incredibly spongy, 12.5-inch at the back, and you've got a massive 8-inch in the front. So these are exactly the same front wheels we use on the Smart Chair X. Also, another thing that we're now using, which is taken from the Smart Chair X, is before you had one big 20Ah battery at the back. It was good because it gave you good range, but it wasn't good because it wasn't quick release and they weren't plane safe. So we now do exactly the same option as what we do on the Smart Chair X. We offer this battery racking system, which is quick release, and you can either have two 6Ah batteries as standard, which are plane safe on every single airline for both batteries in the whole world, or we can give you a 2 10Ah option. The 10Ah option will basically give you more range for use in the UK, and if you were to go flying, you could take one 10Ah battery. So to remove and to add these batteries, you just take off the leading cable which goes in to the controller unit, and you basically, all I'm doing is releasing these clips which catch on these lips in here. To put the batteries back in, you just push them in until they click and attach the leading wire. So these batteries can be charged through the joystick on the chair, or through, when these are off, through that leading cable. So just to not confuse you, when the batteries are out, the charger will go into a battery adapter which is about that long, and that battery adapter will go into the batteries themselves, and that's how you charge the batteries off the chair. These are nice and light as well, so makes removing them and making them portable very, very, very easy. So I'm going to show you how to attach the joystick now. So unlike a lot of the chairs, this has got one straight wire, because the control unit on these chairs, rather than being a separate little box like on some other models, is actually built inside the joystick itself. So these joysticks are a bit more expensive. So to pop them in, you just open up the little twisty bit at the bottom. If you've got a longer reach, and the good thing about this chair, it's got a huge telescopic bar, so this really suits people with really, really long arms. So if you've got a long reach, you can lock it off here. If you've got a shorter reach, you can have it in all the way here. The sort of person that this kind of chair would suit, I would say, is anyone that's got an able-bodied partner that can lift the chair in and out of the car, or anyone that goes directly from their home or flat out and about into town, shopping centres. I mean, I'll show you how manoeuvrable it is for in-home use as well. So, incredibly movable, great turning circle. As soon as you take your hands off the joystick, it stops. This chair is also pretty nippy as well. So it'll do about 4.5 miles an hour. It can go up drops and quarter curves forward, no problem at all. It can go up half curves backwards, and it's pretty good at camber. It's got a nice centre of gravity and quite a nice wide stance. So the widest point between this chair is about 62 centimetres, exactly the same as our Smart Chair X. Means it can fit through any door, no problem at all. An average doorway, for example, to put things in perspective, is 75 centimetres. So you've got a good amount of clearance either side. This chair's dimensions, this chair's weight, with the batteries removed, we're looking at 23 kilograms, and with the 23.5 kilograms, and with the batteries added, you're looking at 26.5 kilograms. What else on this chair? It's got a nice comfortable backrest, a nice comfortable cushion. Both of these are off the Smart Chair X. Obviously the armrest can be put up and down for ease of getting in and out of the chair, and also getting underneath tables. So I'll show you some different ways of getting out the chair, in and out the chair. Way number one is, if you've got enough mobility to step either side of the foot plate, find the armrest, sit down. If you want to get a little bit closer to the chair, all of our foot plates go up. Means you can back onto the chair now, find the armrest because you're a little bit closer to them, bring the foot plate down secondary, and the last way, which is very, very popular, is you can actually come in from the side or from a 3/4 angle. So the armrest will go up. Bear in mind, if you bring this armrest back too far, and I have seen this happen quite a lot, these will lock out. They can only go as far as vertical. If you go back too far, it hyperextends, and it makes it an absolute nightmare to close. If that does happen, however, it's no big deal. You literally put a teeny bit of pressure on the joint, push it down. So I'll do that again. You lock out the armrest, bit of pressure on the joint from behind, and it goes down very easily. So getting in from the side is an absolute doddle. What it also means is you've got a nice high point of leverage here to grab onto and lower yourself into. It's only a quarter turn round, but on the reverse process, you've got this nice high point of leverage, which means people with weak legs or disabilities, you can really push and ease yourself out of the chair. There's no faffing around the foot plate, you can literally walk off with your crutches, your rollator, whatever, to get out of the chair. Okay, so that's pretty much the main features of the Smart Chair 2. So obviously we've got the new upgraded tyres, cushioning, we've got the new battery racking quick release system, which makes every single one of our models now completely plane safe under the new laws. Because the whole point of LITH-TECH is basically a portable brand, a wheelchair brand that's good, that you can take absolutely anywhere within you in the world. And with our old system, it wasn't really living up to what our USPs were and what the brand was. So now it's in line with all the other chairs, and to be honest, this is the budget Smart Chair X, and I think at the price point of $17.50, it gives you a lot for your money. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and thanks very much.